What's up?
I did. Okay, I'll come in as a. So you come in on that one. So can you? I'll upgrade and I'll come in on mine. You'll have to upgrade me. One of the things that happens with Zoom is if two people come in with the same login, that they boot the other person out as a admin kind of thing. So
that's why you booted me earlier.
Oh, you weren't in. There was no one there. So I thought,
I was there.
Okay. So I'm logging in now as me. You'll have to upgrade me though.
How do I upgrade you?
So I'm going to leave. Okay. And when you broadcast it, you'll see me as a viewer. So just upgrade, right click on my name and I'll say make co-host. Dude, looking good, man. Look at the best I've seen you in a long time.
Oh, I'm so glad. I got more to go.
Oh, man, looking so good. So you like the idea of the Caribbean cruise?
After Hawaii?
Yeah.
Your special Hawaii, different than our Hawaii.
Yes.
Maybe. But Caribbean is all the way the other side of the country.
Oh, is it? Oh, you'll have to help us.
If Hawaii's here would be Seattle. Here would be New York. Here would be the Caribbean.
Well, that's not going to work. That's too, no.
But a Hawaii cruise would be right in that area.
Okay. Let's work that out. I'll speak to you soon. I'll come in on the other thing.
All right, buddy.
Okay. I'll just get the, could you message me the link, please? Because I can't see that anymore.
I don't know if this is it. I hope so.
And this is being recorded already too.
Where? Why? Oh, 6 p.m.
Okay. So down the bottom, you'll see invite. Do you see the, oh, you know where it is. This is not there. Oh, I see it. I found it. I've got it, mate. I got it. I'll leave this and come back in.
Hello, everybody. Ty Tribble here with you. Hope you are having a great day. We're going to get just started in just a couple of minutes. This is a new platform for me. Not a really new platform, but a platform that we're using in a different way for me. So I see some people coming on. Welcome. We're going to get started in just a few here. Let me do this. I don't see him. Okay. Very cool. Okay, let me see if I can. Welcome, everybody. My name is Ty Tribble. I am your host tonight. There he is. Okay, I think I got you. James Hannon. There we go, my man. Caught you eating a tom-tom or a tam-tam or whatever. By the way, I saw those in my grocery store the other day. Are you on? I cannot hear you. Oh, there you go. Okay, so let's get the ball rolling. We are 6:02. I got a bunch of people coming on here. Let me do this real quick. I'm going to, let's see here. And this is the screen I'm going to share. And
mighty man.
Let me do that. Does that look okay to you, James?
Photo. Mate, that's a nice photo. You didn't put me in it this time. I like that one. You have to send that to me.
I would be honored to. Yeah, someone took that in beautiful Las Vegas. So welcome, everybody. My name is Ty Tribble. You can @Ty Tribble on Twitter or probably Facebook and find me all over the place. You can do the same with James Hannon. We do tweet cool stuff. And we Facebook cool stuff, so you want to check that out, feel free to do so. Tonight's topic, and we're going to jump right in. First of all, let me just say, you are with a really super cool company named Mannatech, and I am too, and so is James. And the reason I say it's a super cool company is because there's very few companies who do this, who really allow you the opportunity to get the kind of content training that you're going to get tonight. So this is let me do one thing. I'm going to be right back. Talk while I'm gone, James.
Yeah, no worries. You know, you're right, Ty. Many companies, leaders, individuals today, what they do is they run away from the whole concept of social media, even though today it's like the golden haired child network marketing, right? I guess it's the holy grail of network marketing today. It really needs to be a big part of what we do, because it doesn't because what happened is a little story. I love what Eric Worre says at Las Vegas. Loved Eric Worre, Ty. Far out, how good was he? But can't believe he said, "Hey, Ty," in the middle of the meeting. Dude, I feel like I was sitting next to royalty. Seriously.
He's a great dude.
Anyway, so, you know, what a lot of them do is they run away from it because they think, oh no, we have to throw the baby out with the bathwater if we're going to use social media, or if we're going to use any kind of online strategy, instead of going, hey, we can adopt it and we can mold it and we can shape it and we can enhance it and we can include it. That's when changes happen. And that's what Mannatech has done. And it's exciting. Very, very exciting.
Yeah, I mean, you have a company. First of all, if you have some Glyco Cafe, take a sip. You don't have yours yet, James? Oh, you don't have it in Australia yet. Someday.
I have my coffee, but I like what mine says.
Oh, it's so good.
I can't wait for my Glyco Cafe to come into this cup.
Oh, it is so great. But you know, Mannatech is just sets itself apart from so many companies out there, not only from a product perspective, but from a leadership perspective. Everybody will always talk about, oh, you know, leadership is so important, and then they'll list all these things about a company. And the reality is, a lot of it is talk if you've been around this industry for a bit. And I would say that one of the most exciting things is that Mannatech is not just talk, it is real. The products are real. They make impacts on people's lives every single day. And when it comes to technology, they're smart enough to utilize today's technology and not push it out and let someone else utilize it. Because the reality is, someone is going to be making money utilizing technology today. I'm going to show you some things that will get you so excited about where we are and what we're heading towards. So let's talk about content marketing. And I just laid this out as a little bit of an explanation, but it's really providing educational articles and content pieces. We're going to talk about what content pieces are that separated us from the typical noise on social media. Okay, so what do I mean by typical noise on social media? Basically, if you see people on social media who are kind of, I say this with all love, they're kind of pimping their deal. They're kind of just saying, buy my crap. Is that a technical term, James? I think it is. In other words, it's all about me, and my stuff and my company, versus actually being in a position of trust, in a position of leadership, and a situation where your folks are actually building a relationship with you. So it really is a very, very different kind of situation.
It's not,
James, aren't you?
I can't, it's saying I'm not, the reason I'm saying that it's saying I'm not a co-host. So I'm actually wanting to help with the messaging, but I can't see the thing. So I'm thinking there's a little.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it doesn't matter if that doesn't, if you can't see that there, that it's something weird going on there, but that's okay. You keep going.
Okay. So we're going to differentiate ourselves by not being the same everyday noise, buy my stuff noise on social media. We're going to put ourselves in a position of domination on a social, mobile, global level. So here's the vision. See if you agree with this. Thousands of people sharing content across multiple social media channels. Now, when I say thousands of people, obviously there's a lot more than thousands of people in Mannatech as a company. But what if on your team there were thousands of people sharing stuff? How exciting would that be, James?
Oh, man, you know, we did a little, and you were part of it, right? Remember what we did just before Manifest? You know, JP did a great thing over in South Africa where he got his team to do 90-day challenge accepted. And then it's no Mannatech names, nothing else on. It's just a viral opportunity. And then so what we did is we took a small segment of our team and did the same thing where they just put up a little A4 flyer and put up challenge accepted. And all of a sudden, all over Facebook, challenge accepted, challenge accepted, mm-hmm. challenge accepted. And the excitement, the awareness of hey, something's going on. Who are these people grew. And that's what it's about. Because as we talk about, there's two brands. You've got the Mannatech brand and then it's your brand. And this allows there to be a cross-pollination of both you and Mannatech, but at the same time, not diluting who you are.
I mean, here's the reality. Mannatech has the best products in the world. And I've proven that over and over again by talking to people online and having people find me once they find out that I'm associated with Mannatech, they're like, oh my gosh, those are the best products in the world. And people who are not even involved as an associate whatsoever in Mannatech come to me and say, man, can I get that product? It made a massive, incredible impact, and not only on their lives, but the lives of people they know. My uncle, my aunt, my grandmother had this, and you hear story after story after story after story about Mannatech products. But here's the reality. If you're that guy on Facebook or that gal on Facebook that's always talking about how great their products are, gang, you're going to miss the boat, because the ship is going to sail, because you're not going to have any friends left. People just don't want to hear how great your products are, because every single network marketing company says the same stuff. They all say they have the greatest products in the world. It's more often than not true, with the exception of Mannatech. But where does that put you? So if everybody is saying they have the best products, and you say you have the best products, what category does that put you in? Put you in the same category as everyone else who's saying they have the best products. And that's not where you want to be. You want to distinguish yourself from those other folks. And there's so many cool ways to do that. We're going to dig into a couple of things today, but I want you to think about a secondary piece of that puzzle. And what I'm relaying here is this kind of ties into what to post on Facebook. And you'll never see me post Mannatech, the word, on Facebook. And there's two reasons why. One is I don't want to be that guy, okay? And two is that in today's world, unless you're incredibly clear about your intentions in that post, people don't understand that they would come to you for that product necessarily. They would go to the natural place, which is Amazon.com, for that product. So if you say, wow, I tried this really great product, and you think you're saying, come to me to check out this really great product, in reality, you're saying, go to Amazon and try this really great product. So that's why I never say my product name. I don't want people going to Google and Amazon to find that product, because I want to tell the story of Mannatech. I don't want the internet telling the story of Mannatech. Does that make sense, James?
It does. And let me tell a little story around that. I was doing a social media day up on the Gold Coast just before Christmas. And it was my team, right? 95% of the room was my team. It was open to everyone in Mannatech, but 95% was my team. And I was talking about this very subject that, okay, guys, you know I love Mannatech, but I'm a tic-tac-pack. I rattle when I walk. There is nothing else I do. This is it. All of my eggs are in the same basket. I haven't drunk the Kool-Aid somewhere else. I like the Kool-Aid here. I love what we've got going on. And I said, you know, guys, and one of them said, well, you know what, James, I put on Facebook. Oh, sorry. I had 2 people this week go to Mannatech and buy products, and they were signed up by somebody else. Okay, because that's what happens. They go to Mannatech.com and they'll sign up by someone else. So they had to then call Mannatech, explain what had happened because they spoke to their prospect. Then they had to, then they had to speak to the person who they were placed under. That person didn't know them, so it all worked out okay. But what would have happened if it hadn't have worked out okay? And then the next thing that happened, and here's the next thing, somebody else put up on Facebook, oh, I love these products, these are awesome. And then somebody came and hijacked the post, put down their testimony of the products, okay, that one of this person's prospect saw this person's testimony, they didn't even know them, contacted this person and was going to sign up with them.
Yeah.
The only reason they didn't was because this person knew the top person and said, you know, you really should go back to them. And that's great. But then the guy in the front row said, if that had happened to me, there is no way I would have sent them back to you. So guys, exactly. There's wisdom in what we do.
That's somebody calling me about Mannatech products, I'm quite sure, but
I'm pretty sure it is.
So here's what's cool. Think about your team and the content that they're posting on Facebook, because here's what's cool. The average Facebook post is seen by 99 people, okay? What if you have a team of 1,000 people? James has a team of many more than 1,000 people. What if each one of those 1,000 people, let's say, for example, posted one piece of quality content a day on Facebook? Wow. Now, when I say quality content, we're going to give you some examples and talk about this, but I'm talking about an article. You know, a good thing would be right now an article about ginseng, or an article about coffee. Okay, so I subscribe to Apple News and Google News under search terms that relate to Mannatech, not only products, but the business side as well too. The social, mobile, global stuff, the internet marketing stuff. So I can then share a lot of this stuff on my Facebook page. And when I do, people can start to interact and we can begin to develop that rapport and begin to build that relationship and move it from just people reading my stuff on Facebook into a place where we can then have a quality conversation. And that's really what this whole thing is about. Because here's what's cool, James. I think you're going to love this. When you share helpful quality content on social media, people would begin to see you as helpful. Okay? There's this thing called trust, right? And if you're sharing junk on Facebook, always like, you know, crazy political stuff, and I mean, we're not telling you what to share and what not to share on Facebook. You're your own business. I'm not here to judge. I'm not here to say anything. But if you want to anger 50% of your potential prospects and customers, post about the President of the United States. Okay? Because 50% of the people probably love that guy. And if you want to anger the other 50%, post about the other side. So politics is something I totally steer clear of. Not because I don't have personal beliefs, I do. I would love to have a political conversation with you, but I just don't do it on Facebook because there's so many potential people are looking my way. My whole goal on Facebook is to educate people and make them laugh. If I can make people smile from reading my Facebook posts, or think, you know what, that's a pretty good guy. I like that person. So if I've made them smile, if I've made them laugh, if I provided some kind of educational content, something that improves the quality of their life in some way, a recipe, could be anything. What happens when I contact them to discuss something else? How do they look at me? This happened with James and I. We were casual acquaintances online. He contacted me about something. He often liked my stuff on Facebook, which is another tip here. But we developed this thing called trust. And I knew that James had a big business. I knew that he knew what he was doing with regards to the internet. And he knew this is a huge tip. James knew to take his eyes off of himself. He's a tremendous leader, but he knew that if he edified someone else and brought in someone else, a third-party person, for credibility, that the whole situation would work differently. Because here's what's so cool about bringing in a third party, like your upline as an example. What can happen is that, like, if I'm talking about myself to you on the phone, I pick up the phone and I'm talking to someone on this call, and I can't see the names right now, but just as an example, I say, hey, Joe, I am so cool. If you would have hung out with me in Vegas, it would have been awesome. And I do all this cool internet stuff, and it would have been awesome, by the way. But anyway, and I'm a big deal. I mean, how does it sound if I tell you I'm a big deal? But I could potentially tell James or tell someone else that James is a big deal, who happens to be my upline, right? And so bringing in that third-party credibility enhances your level of trust. I thought for a long time that I had to be the big deal in order to make a lot of money. And when I began to take my eyes off of myself and realize that I need to use the people in my life who have a skill set that I maybe didn't possess at that time, or that are just at another level that you can bring in for some credibility. But that helps to build your trust. James, you want to add anything there?
Yeah, and the interesting thing is that the bigger you get, you still need somebody else to help you in that.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm still using my upline Rod Gilchrist in certain things. And when I have to, I'll get someone from corporate to do something for me. And so it never changes. And so it's like, and on social media, when you can get somebody else to share their story about you, there's nothing better. So an example of that is the testimony. Now it has to. Now I want to put this in inverted commas. I want to highlight it, red, underline it, and I want you to know I'm shouting this. It needs to be compliant. And Joel has some great tips, and so does the compliance department, on how to make a compliant testimony. You know, and there were some beautiful testimonies at Manifest. Yeah. You know, and so you can train your prospects, and we do this all the time, and your clients, and we do it all the time, on how to write a testimony. You say, this is what I want you to say. I know it might sound funny, right? But I do. And then they send me the testimony, and then I put it on my timeline. I'll put it on my page. I'll put it in an email that I broadcast. I'll put it on our app. You know, I'll broadcast it all over the world, because that person's telling the world. And the way that you write it, and it's not, so let's say I get their testimony, and I don't go, oh, gee, look at how good Ty says I am. It's you have to write it then with humility, and then it's like, you know, I'm so humbled. I'm so thankful for Ty and what he's been able to do. I'm so proud of the results he's achieved. Like, dude, how much weight have you lost, by the way, in True Health?
That's a secret.
It's a secret. Okay. There's going to be a massive
I haven't really made the big announcement yet, but I lost 40 pounds. Yeah.
flip, you know. Obviously, we're going to keep that to ourselves, everybody, and so that's going to be a massive unveiling. But you know,
crazy before and after picture.
Oh yeah. Oh gee, I wish I had got something. Anyway, but you know, so they're the ways that you want to share the testimonies in a way that you use. So testimonies are everything, everything. So that's another way to build trust. So it doesn't actually just have to be up. You can use a client as a third party. You can use a team member as a third party, but be careful, okay? Be careful, because you want to be careful who you're edifying to your prospect and all of that, but that's another discussion.
Yeah, but you know, the trust thing, and I went off on a side note there because I think it's so important. I went from $200 a month in network marketing to 6 figures in 18 months by taking advantage of the credibility of my upline, nothing else. I mean, all I did was put people on the phone with my upline, as many as I possibly could, and you know, massive action, right? The whole idea of putting in as many people as you can as quickly as you can. And in order to do that, I use my upline. So it's trust building with your upline and third-party credibility, but it's also the trust that you build when you're sharing the right kind of content, not just pitching the deal continuously. So here's the question. Do you want to stand out on Facebook? And my obvious answer is probably yeah. And so let me ask you this. Oh, what have I done now? Oh, I don't know what I did. I was just about to click on something and it disappeared. That's cool. Zoom, I'm getting used to the whole new Zoom.
It'll be if you reduce, yeah, so if you reduce full screen, so up to the top, and then you'll be able to
see
find it behind it.
So if you want to stand out on Facebook, what do? And here's exactly what you do. You comment and like on stuff, okay? You comment and like on other people's stuff. And the reason you're going to stand out like a sore thumb is, here's the reality. The average Facebook post gets about 1 like, okay? And so if you are that 1 like for someone, you're going to make an impact on their life. They're like, wow, somebody likes me, right? So
I don't know about you, but
people will notice.
Sorry, mate. I do. So I go to who likes my post sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, and I have a look.
Yeah. And people notice that stuff. You know, if you're liking someone that has 5,000 friends, even those folks might notice. But the average Facebook person, I think, is like 300 Facebook friends. They're absolutely 100% going to notice. So you want yours to stand out. So this is a 2-pronged approach here I'm talking about. And we're really getting to the meat and heart of Facebook. And so I want you to hang on with us, because I'm going to give you you could call it a script, but I'm really more inclined to say a system, okay? I'm going to give you a system for talking to people on Facebook. But before you do that, you need to participate there. You can't just run to Facebook and think you're going to talk to all of your friends if you haven't posted a single thing in 3 years, okay? Does that make sense?
Totally.
Okay. So the average Facebook person gets 1 like. So after you have liked some stuff over a period of time, then it might be time to send a message. Here is my recommendation, okay? This is the icebreaker that I would recommend that you use. Hey, James, your post made me crack up. Thanks, I needed that today. By the way, how's your day going? Okay, that is here's let's break this down into the psychology, because one of the things I do is I write emails to get people to do something, okay? And it's copywriting. It's a skill I've been working on for, I don't know, 15 years, probably 10 years at least. Okay, so number 1. Oh, let me do this. This is cool, James. Check this out. Woo! Can you see that?
Oh, so jealous. I want to be able to do that.
So the first thing is I use their first name. Okay. Hey, James, right away. I mean, if someone says your name, people love to hear their name, right? Your post made me think of something cool. So let's say James was eating Thai food at a restaurant. And I might say, James, you know what? Your post made me think of the time that I went to Thai food with my wife and spit water out all over her. It's kind of funny, right? I didn't actually spit.
I ate Thai food with Thai.
I was careful. But might make you think of something that happened in your life, something cool, something fun, something whatever. It could be anything, really. And then you say, and then you thank them. How many times a day do you think people get thanked for something they post on Facebook? 0. People do not get thanked for anything they do in life. They go to a job, they do their job every single day, 8 hours a day, 10 hours a day. Does the boss thank them? If they're a good boss, yeah, maybe. But a lot of times, no. Okay, so you're doing some things psychologically to get to this point. By the way, how's your day going? So you're showing care to them. Here you're thanking them for the post that they made. And here's the reality. Be sincere. Don't run around copying paste the same thing to every single person that makes a post. Oh, your post made me crack up. And they're posting about what they're doing with their mother's ashes. That's probably not a good idea, right? Not the right thing to do. Be sincere. And that's why, for me, I like the idea of a system versus a script. Okay, we're talking about a system, and by the way, we'll get you the slides here. So if you're desperately trying to scribe those out, we'll get them posted, I'm sure. Ben will post them later on. So you make a response, and then you make a post, or actually that would be a message to one of your friends, and then you're waiting for a response, right? When you get the response, here's the next step. Okay, so they answered you, and you asked them a question, how's your day going? Some people will probably not answer. It's okay. Again, here's something you need to know. The best baseball players in the world get out 7 out of 10 times. The best in the world. These are the guys that make $12, $15 million a year. They're the best in the world, and they fail 7 out of 10 times. So if you send 3 Facebook messages and no one responds, it's okay. Right? You're going to survive. Okay, I'm not saying there's a philosophy out there called go for no. Particularly, I don't care for going for no. I want to go for yes.
I don't either.
If I thought about all the no's, if I focused in on all the no's that I got, over the last 20 plus years in network marketing, I would not be a happy person. Okay. I like to think about the yeses. I like to think about the people who are interested in what we're doing. Okay. So how do we ascertain who's going to be interested? This is where we're talking about conversation is greater than script. Okay. Or the system that we're putting together here is greater than the script. Scripts are okay. I showed you a script earlier on as an icebreaker. They're important, especially when you're just getting started. I would have never been in network marketing if someone hadn't approached me with a script. And interesting enough, the network marketing prospecting is about your prospect's timing, not your timing, by the way. Okay. What do I mean by that? I mean, when I got prospected for the profession of network marketing, someone used a script on me. I said no. 6 months later, someone used the exact same script on me. I said yes. What changed? Not the script, because I respected both people equally. Okay, it wasn't about the credibility of the person. It wasn't about anything other than my timing. Okay, so again, think about what you have to offer. It's amazing. Mannatech is about to explode in the US, in other countries, in Australia, all over the world. And I'm telling you right now, we're seeing it in our teams. I'm not going to tell you specifics about volume, but I will say that my volume today, with like 12 days to go in the business period, is more than my volume typically was at the end of the business period a few months ago. We are smoking hot, and I mean collectively Mannatech as a company, right? We are smoking hot, and so catch that fire. I'm telling you. So just remember, it's not your time; it's their time. So let's talk about this. This is something that I literally was taught my first day in the profession of network marketing. It's called FORM: family, occupation, recreation, and message. And it's an easy way to think of what to say to someone when you want to gather information. This is like information gathering time. And the reason I don't jump right into script here is I want to ascertain whether or not this person that I'm talking to has a want, need, or desire for what I have to offer. Remember the whole idea of going for no? Why I'm against it? Here's why I'm against it. Because you're wasting that other person's time, and you're wasting your own person's time if I get a no before I understand whether or not that person has a want, need, or desire for my business. If I say, James, are you excited about Mannatech? It's like, well, what? I have no idea. Let's get started. Let's build a business together. I don't even know you. I don't even know what you're talking about. Who are you? No, I'm not interested. Okay, whose fault is that? That's not Mannatech's fault. That's not your upline's fault. That's just spewing network marketing gibberish on a person in hopes that you find yourself a winner who's ready to go right now. We're not in that game anymore. We're in the game of getting to know whether or not Mannatech is a solution for that other person. Okay? Obviously, we know products are a solution. But if you're talking to someone who's 700 pounds and they don't want to lose weight, guess what? True health is not a solution for them because they don't want to lose weight. Oh, but they need it. Well, everybody needs Ambertose. Does that mean everybody's going to take Ambertose? No.
Sorry, Ty, you've nailed it. Like, right. And I hope so. Like, if you look at what Ty and I do on our pages, like on my page, I just put up a photo. I took a screenshot of this and I took a quote from what Ty just said. Conversation over script. Like, seriously, guys, do you get that? Like, I did a video this morning on how do you increase your ratios rather than your numbers. Numbers are important, right? Ratios, so it could be ratios, and it's everything that Ty is talking about right now. Because I was talking to one of my prospects on the weekend. They said to me, I want to lose some weight and all this sort of stuff. And I got chatting with them, so you're serious in that. And they said, you know what? I'm more serious about being able to go out and enjoy and have a great lifestyle versus losing weight. And if it means that I've got to go on a cleanse program for 30 days and then lose weight, you know, and shakes for whatever, I'm not really interested in that because I actually want to do this, blah, 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 blah. And, you know, been doing this for a long time, and I've got all the comebacks and everything. But I can probably push a person to sign up, maybe. But if that's not what they want, just like what Ty just said, if they're not going to be committed because I haven't done the work, the foundation part, and that's the key, the foundation part, you're wasting your time. You're building a bad reputation for you and for the company, and you're not having any fun. I hate go for no. I'll say it right now. It makes me sick. Like, I love people. I want to go to give them life, and go for numbers deal. Whereas I can talk to people and build relationships, and I can encourage them, and they'll come to me at one time or another. Sorry, maybe that's a bit too strong, but anyway, I love it.
No, it needs to be said. I mean, we go for that kind of philosophy in just getting them in the door, and then we wonder why the network marketing profession has such a high turnover. Has people just coming in the door and out the back as quickly. So they buy 1 month and then they disappear. You wonder what happened to them. They were so excited. Well, it's because sometimes we are good salespeople and we sell them into something that maybe they're not completely into. Do I sell? 100% I do. In everything I do all the time. I'm always selling. I'm selling to get my kid up in the morning. I'm selling to make sure that he gets out the door on time for school. I'm selling to get my wife to go to the place I want to go eat versus the place she wants. Although she'll pretty much go anywhere I like to go.
Rochelle's awesome. My
kids. I mean, you're constantly selling. If you think you're not selling, you're crazy. If you think you're not selling, you're probably getting sold to right then. But that's another story. So conversation over script. Family, occupation. So what do I mean by family? Do you have kids? Are you married? And things of that nature. Now, I would be very careful with male talking to female and asking them if they're married, okay? So use these with some common sense. Occupation. What do you do? Some people might even skip family and start with occupation, depending on who the other person is, okay? Occupation could be business. Here's something very interesting. I found that a lot of other network marketers are interested in Mannatech products, even though they're involved in another company. And guess what? That's okay.
I know.
Okay. I'm not trying to convince them to join Mannatech and build a huge business from the very beginning. If I can get them to order a product that they know is amazing, let's say, for example, someone is with a phone company, business or whatever, or power or whatever, and they want to lose weight. I'm not going to live and die by whether or not that person joins me in my business as a Mannatech associate. If they want to lose weight, I'm going to sign them up to lose weight with the best weight loss system on the planet, True Health. So you want to meet people. It comes back to that solution. Meet people where they are, at what they are looking to accomplish. If someone is with a solar energy company and they want to lose weight, do not try to convince them to get rich selling Mannatech products. Help them lose weight. And then you know what's going to happen? The products are so great. They're so amazing. They're going to join you down the road. Okay. It's a win-win. Recreation. What do you like to do for fun? Message. The message, I'm going to leave this open. I'm going to have you call your sponsor, your upline, maybe not your sponsor, but the leader on your team, and ask them what the message is. The message could be different from team to team, from country to country. My message might be, listen, I'm helping to launch a new brand called True Health. I might not even mention True Health at that point, but it's possible. I'm working to launch a new brand into 25 new countries between now and 2020. We're looking for a couple key people. Whatever it might be, whatever your message is, okay, can differ from company to company. James, anything there, buddy?
Yeah, and even though I said, and Ty said as well, we want to focus on relationship, not numbers, it's a combination of both. And remember that the better that you become at it, the faster you'll be able to move and the better your results will come. As with everything, just give it time, okay? But you have to start. Like Ty and I, we've moved our teams into a time of massive action. New comp plan starts in, just over 3 months. Okay, yeah, 3 months now. And we want our market share, and we want our market share to be big and not small, big. And so you get to choose what that market share is going to be for you. For me right now, every person and not right now, every person that sends me a friend request, I start prospecting them immediately using the exact strategies that Ty says. And now the message that I send to somebody is sometimes I don't get back to everyone straight away, but I will always, when I send them a message, it's, hey, thanks for your friend request. And I don't mean to be rude, or I don't mean to be too upfront, but I'm just running a campaign at the moment for two campaigns. One is for people who are wanting to learn how to make money using the internet, and another is for people who are wanting to lose weight. We have some exclusive groups for those people, and I was just wondering, are you sending me a friend request because of that campaign, or was it just to say g'day? Either way is fine. I hope you have a great day. And without a shadow of a lie, okay, nearly everyone, I would say 95% of people say, yeah, both please. They want to know about both pieces of information. And so it's a simple script. So that's a point, because they're coming to me when I can be very tactful, very gentle, and very thankful that they're messaging me, and straight away ask that question. And then what I'm doing now is we've got a funnel that we're going to teach on that in the near future about, and we've spoken about it at the boot camps and all that stuff, where you take your prospect, put them into a group, and then take them through that process of getting to know them. But you know what? Everything is about everything's about relationship. You know, I was talking to Naomi yesterday. She was telling me about how one of the prospects in a group started to message her, and she spent 5 minutes, 10 minutes just chatting with her, not about the products, just about chatting, right? And then got one of the other leaders involved. And then the other leader, rather than spending time chatting, went straight for the phone number rather than building the relationship. So it's very important the relationship gets built. It's very important that you understand the flow, but what you have today can totally transform your life. Now, Ty, can you see chat messages at the moment or not? Are you able to?
I cannot. I'm not sure where they are.
It should, I think.
Oh, wait, here we go.
You know how?
There's chat. Okay, yeah, I got
have
chat.
You got any? Is there any chats in there? Is there any messages in there?
No, I don't think we did. We asked for any. We could.
Okay, have you got it? Because have you finished there on what you wanted to share?
Yep. So we still have a bunch of people online. Go ahead.
No, there you go. No, go.
I was going to say, so because we have James here, a silver presidential in Mannatech, I would be very open to a Q&A we can do for a few minutes. We got a few more minutes on the line. Take advantage of James' times. You have a guy who not only has a big Mannatech business, but also has done some amazing things online. So if we can answer any questions you might have, we're happy to do it.
Absolutely. You know, Peggy just sent me a message, and Peggy, you know what? That's an important thing. She just sent me that, you know, that be thankful you're a male, you don't get all these weird message requests. I want you to know, Ty, do you get those interesting messages and friend requests?
All the time.
I get, Peggy, probably 5 to 10 friend requests per day from gorgeous young women that are scantily clad, asking me to be their friend, and that they want to spend the rest of their lives with me. Okay, every single day. So I just want you to know that happens everywhere. And it's you know, that's part of it. So what I have to do, and Ty, I don't accept any of them. I know Ty doesn't either. I look at the friend requests, I go to their profile, and immediately you can go, okay, this isn't real. This is some greasy person sitting somewhere in another country trying to do something that's not real, because the photos aren't real. It's not the real person. It's someone in another country.
So I got a question, bud. But yeah,
yep.
men get it too, believe me. And so, you know, here's something that I learned a long time ago. Block, delete. Just delete. Done. Delete. You're done. I don't even spend 2 minutes looking. I mean, 30 seconds to look at the profile. That's a fake person. Delete. Done. Not accepted. Out of there. Out of mind. Out of sight. Okay.
Totally agree. Hey, Wendy, this is a great question from Wendy. Do you want to answer that, mate, or?
So I'll read the question. So I get lots of friend requests, a lot who are Mannatech associates and many I don't know. Should I accept friends who I know are associates, or should I be trying to get friends who are not associates? I think, James, we agree on this. Go ahead and take it, bud.
Yeah, it's like, okay, here's the deal. I want to encourage everybody. And now, Wendy, you've got a huge business. You're a platinum presidential. You're one of the top people in the world. Everybody's going to want to be your friend. The problem with that, your personal profile is your ATM. It's your cash machine. It's your ATM machine. You don't make money from all of these other associates. Now, if they're in your team, they should be your friend. If they're not in your team, you may want to set up a page. Now, Ty's got some great training on a Facebook page. You might want to grab that, okay? But you know, you may want to set up a Facebook page and keep your profile for your team and for your prospects. Everybody else that's in Mannatech, send them to your page. So, like, you look at my friends list. I only have probably 3,000 friends. And you might say only. Well, a majority of them are either my team or prospects. I don't really have. I'm very I try not to take too many friend requests. Now, at the moment, because I've got a training I'm doing, there are friends that I have now on Facebook that are not in my team that I have to be my friend to put them into the group. But I'm going to actually. I figured out another way of doing that because I don't want Mannatech associates as my friends. I'm going to drive everybody to my page, okay, which is not your profile. They are different. I know you know that, Wendy. That's for everybody else. And when you get a friend request, send them a little message so that they don't feel like that you're ignoring them because of who you are. Just send them a little send them a little message. Say, hey, John, hey, Mary, thank you for your friend request. This is my business profile that I use for prospecting, and I don't want you to get confused or upset with what I do here. So what I've done is I have a page now. Come on over to my page, and we can chat over there. You can see information. You can receive all my updates and all that stuff from my page. Anything else you wanted to add to that, Ty?
I would say two things. So Wendy and I have spoken off of Facebook, so we are friends. And if you're a leader in Mannatech and you're Facebook friends with another leader, I think that's fantastic. I love seeing where other presidentials and those folks are going around the world. And I love supporting other leaders in Mannatech as best I can. And if I've built up any level of credibility over the last 25 years in the industry, and I can pass on a little bit of that credibility to another Mannatech leader, I'm all for it. And so I do become friends with other Mannatech associates in that regard who are leaders. The other maybe bullet or asterisk might be folks who are brand new to Facebook, maybe don't have any friends whatsoever, or maybe 20 or something like that. Becoming friends with other Mannatech associates at that point might be a decent idea to build up some numbers and a little bit of momentum and credibility. If you don't have any people on your Facebook friend, but everybody knows people who are not on there. So probably, again, your whole goal with your Facebook friends is to sponsor people. I mean, that's what my goal is, at least. So you don't want to sponsor other Mannatech associates who are already in. I think that's the bottom line. But leaders understand that, and I think there's a different level of, I'm not saying respect, because I think everybody has a level of respect. There's just a better understanding of why you would post something at those levels, maybe executive and above or whatever it is.
Yeah. And, Wendy, who you are, like I said, because of your profile in Mannatech, everyone's going to want to be your friend. So you're going to want your real estate on Facebook is worth a lot of money to you. Especially with what you're doing now as you're building your brand online, because I've been watching what you're doing and all of those things. You want to protect your real estate. You want to protect your that 5,000 area group. And I know that a lot of people, a lot of trainers talk about you should have a page and everything should happen on the page. Let me tell you, your personal profile versus a page, I'm going like, you want a page, you as a leader, okay, as a big leader, should every associate have one? No, and we're not talking about that today. I'm talking, this is specifically for Wendy, who's a platinum presidential, guys. It's a different conversation. You know, or you're a massive online marketer who's been in the industry and made millions of dollars in network marketing like Ty, okay? But I do not train my team to have pages until they are a large size leader. But your profile is worth everything. Your profile should be protected because there's a lot more you can do on your profile, which I talk about in my training. Ty talks about in his training, and it's important. Did that help, Wendy? Also, Wendy, I'd love to do an interview with you, I think, on one of these webinars, Ty, where, you know, because she's built this massive organization offline and now is starting to dominate her niche online. And I'd love to get her thoughts on why she's doing that. So, Wendy, if you're up to that, that would be awesome. Good on you, Wendy.
Yep, she's on it. Cool. All right, gang, let's wrap it up, bud. Want to respect everyone's time. I got about 5 minutes to the top of the hour, so we've gone about 55 minutes so far. So thank you for coming on tonight. We are super excited, obviously, for next month's training and like to bring in. I've been out for a while, and there's a couple of reasons why we'll maybe explain in the future. But thank you, James, for coming on and doing all the amazing training that you do. And I look forward to hopping on in the next one and helping folks out.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. So guys, again, can I suggest that if you're looking at pages, if you are a leader, get Ty's training on that. Yeah, anyway, just do that. It'll be worth your while. God bless. Ty, you're a rock star, man. Absolute rock star. And dude, bye everyone.
All right, everybody. See ya.